Recently, State Secretary Sander Dekker has introduced a plan of surveillance in problem neighborhoods by the use of drones. But consider the following. What has priority, safety or privacy? And is there a possible balance to be found between those two? Further, is it reasonable that the privacy of many is limited for the safety of the few? And are the measures taken to secure our safety always necessary? In an article on the Dutch site security.nl says State Secretary Timmermans that the balance between privacy and security in the USA is gone. In the USA, the development after 9/11 has set up a discussion between the Netherlands and the USA about development. Timmermans says that the security of the citizens in the USA is decreasing because the USA goes from need to know to nice to know, which shouldn't happen. Timmermans also says that in the Netherlands there's the absolute urgency to protect the privacy of the citizens, but also guarantee security at the same time. So we can speak of a balance in the Netherlands.
Do you think that the risks of terrorism are in balance with the limitations put upon privacy of people?
Okay, first of all, terrorism is not a clearly defined concept. Everything that is supposed to be tackled by terrorism laws is actually already covered by normal criminal laws. And in that case, introducing new terrorism laws is not a necessity, but is often used as an excuse to introduce unpopular laws that cannot be introduced otherwise.
So,
considering that, it has to be considered that every time people give up privacy or any type of data is collected, it also introduces a risk in itself, because every collection of data, be it by a government agency, by a commercial entity, or even by a non-profit organization, is valuable and can be a risk if it's put to the wrong use. For example, if it is not well secured and hackers gain access to the data, if it is leaked by accident, or if it is used without the right authorization, or even if the data is collected first for one purpose and then later the law is changed and it's used for a second purpose for which it was never intended to be collected.
I spoke with someone of the Pirate Party, and he said that a big attack not happening is the excuse for governments to impose laws on people to reduce the risk which is not happening.
You mean that they are saying that there are no regulations?
Yeah, well, the motivation, he said, for governments and agencies to spy on people was just an attack not happening. That was the only motivation to spy on people. That's what they say. Do you agree with this opinion or not?
Well, I think my own opinion is that security is, in a case of a war of terrorism, more important than privacy of individual people. But you have to need to have regulations, so the government can be controlled in the way they are fulfilling their duty, the duty to protect people.
Do you think that there is a possible balance to be found between the safety, we want to secure the safety of our people, and the privacy of our people? Do you think there is a balance to be found between those two points?
Well, obviously there's always a balance. I mean, the current situation is some type of balance. What we had before 9/11 was another balance. And it all depends on how much you weigh one thing against another. So if you ask me what is my personal preference, I would say, well, let's remove the terrorism laws that were introduced after 2001, first. And second, let's limit data collection from
And then finally, is the Pirate Party the party which values privacy most?
only what is absolutely necessary. And third, I've not limited data collection all the programs, but I would say security.
So the safety of the people is safe with the Pirate Party.
Yes, well, I mean, if you actually want to compare every party, Bits of Freedom always does a great comparison of the programs and usually gives an advice. They will probably do it too before the next European elections, at least. So I would say also take a look at what Bits of Freedom say.
So you are striving for more privacy in the society.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks a lot. I think it's a very valuable interview, and we will use it. And well, thank you very much.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks. Bye. Are the measures taken to prevent those safety risks always necessary?
Always necessary?
Yeah. Are those limitations on privacy always necessary?
Well, you could have comments on that.
Yeah.
But therefore, you need good legislation, rules, and to be discussed in the parliament.
Yeah.
And there you have to make the opinion of how far you can go, to limit the people in their own zelfbeschikking.
Right now there are many problems around the NSA, and there was a problem in Groningen with Plasterk and the phone calls, etc. Do you think the people are quite concerned about this? They value the privacy, but I see that the governments do not really treat it well. What should happen to make sure that in the future the people trust the government?
Well, I think it's before a political problem. We have a commission in our second chamber, and that's a secret committee, and the subjects that are treated in that commission are totally secret.
Yeah. Okay.
The discussion went about has Mr. Plasterk informed the members of the second chamber well, and as it looks like he informed them, not so openly, but he informed them in the secret commission.
The Pirate Party definitely has a clear statement. They want less security, and with that they want to get more privacy. The alderman from Nieuwkoop is a bit more nuanced. He does not clearly give his own opinion. However, we could say that the alderman agrees with the situation like the way it is right now. He wants to have security above privacy.
To conclude, and thus answer the sub-questions, we'll start off with the first one. What has priority? Safety or privacy? Well, the Pirate Party wants less security and more privacy for the citizen. The alderman of Newcope has a very nuanced opinion, but is likely to prefer security above privacy. To the question, is there a balance to be found between those two? The answer is there's always a balance to be found, but up until certain points. Is it reasonable that the privacy of the many is limited for the safety of the few? Yes, it is reasonable, but up until a certain point because of this balance, which is very important. And are the measures taken to secure safety always necessary? The measures taken are not always necessary. But for now, it's important to keep the balance because that is where the privacy and security both come to their rights at their best.